we're about to drive this van from Sydney to maybe the Gold Coast and back in 1 week. Now, we're a little bit late. We're already about an hour behind schedule, so we'll stop somewhere up the road and I'll give you a bit of a tour of the van and also tell you more about the planned stops along the way. But for now, let's get going. I forgot to mention as well before we got started that we're going to try and do this and make a profit on this van. So the way that works is we bought the van for $4,800, spent about another $800 approximately on checking a few things and fixing a few minor things. So all up, about $5,600 of cost. That's our investment in the van. And I guess you'll have to hang around to the end to see what we sell it for, because we're driving north now, so I don't know, but hopefully we can sell it for a profit. But hang around and we'll reveal that one at the end of the video. I just want to jump in real quick here and let you know that this story doesn't end the way you probably expected it's going to. Things certainly don't go to plan, but you'll see. Pretty tired. We slept last night around 10:15, woke up this morning about 5:45. So yeah, looking forward to hopefully trying to sleep a little bit earlier tonight. And what's going on with the weather? Don't know where the sun is, but the plan was to leave Sydney and drive north to try and get some better weather, but as you can see, there's no sun here. So yeah, we got up and we were originally planning to go to Club Foster and use the electricity to charge the laptop, charge the phones, and do a bit of work online, maybe get some breakfast, but they don't open until 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's like 8:30 now, and we've already done a few things. So we're gonna drive up to Port Macquarie, which is like an hour and a half up the road, and yeah, maybe get some breakfast and find somewhere to sit and charge the laptop and the phones when we get there. And I don't know, hopefully the sun comes out, but we were talking earlier, how much further north do we need to drive to get the sun? Like Gold Coast, Cairns, do you need to go all the way to Asia to get the sun? I don't know, fingers crossed. But apparently summer starts in 3 days, but it doesn't look like it at the moment. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Day 3, so today was a laundry day. Actually, it's really day 6 for us because it's day 3 of this trip, but this is day 6 of us actually sleeping in the van because we slept in the van in Sydney for a few nights before we hit the road. So today was a laundry day, and I'm happy that we got clean sheets, clean clothes, clean towels, clean everything, and additionally, some blue sky. So good times are here. Happy about that. Quick van tour before we get started with continuing on our adventure, but yeah. Pretty basic, right? So this was a work van from some tradesman in Western Sydney. We just gutted his work equipment. We put in this really simple bed base here, a mattress. It's a double mattress, right? I've found that queen mattresses do not fit. So that's a double mattress. We put curtains in front and back, and that's kind of it. Besides that, we've just got like some really basic storage tubs. We've got one of those gas stove burners from Bunnings for like $25 or something. They're awesome. That's what I cooked with last night on the beach. So that's in there. It's got a little bit of cutlery and a chopping board and some plates. Got a surfboard in there, which I haven't used yet because I need to buy a leg rope. So hoping to buy a leg rope maybe today or tomorrow. And oh yeah, let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? I know you've probably noticed the pink Dreamcatcher. And the reason for that is it's pretty, right? And we're trying to make a profit here. So when we're trying to sell this van, we want to have a pretty Dreamcatcher. Look, it's ridiculous, I know. But hey, maybe some people will like that. And we're also going to put in some fairy lights inside. So we might do that in the next couple of days as well. I already have the fairy lights. Just need to put them up. That's kind of it. So that's, in case you're wondering about this pink Dreamcatcher, no, I'm not really into that stuff. But I just think it's funny. And I think some people might think it's pretty. So that's why we have that. And my favorite thing of all, the truck horn. Now, it doesn't work now because the engine has stopped, but I like it so much, I asked my lovely wife here if we can install a truck horn every single time we get a van from now on, and she said, no. No, she said no. Day 7 morning. So day 3, we actually got lost on our way to Kingscliff, and we discovered Cabarita, and wow, what a nice place that was. That was a nice discovery. And then day 4, Gold Coast. Day 5, we stayed with some friends in Byron Bay. That was awesome. Day 6, we stayed here in Coffs. Oh, and as you saw yesterday, we had some battery problems as well. Not ideal. Definitely try not to get battery problems on a weekend. Yeah, that was $450. So I guess now The total investment for the van is like 6,000 plus a little bit actually that I didn't already mention for Bunnings stove and decorations and a few things. Let's call it like $6,100. So today's day 7. I don't know where we're going to sleep tonight. I told Cyril that she can choose anywhere between here and Sydney to sleep tonight, so I guess we'll see where the wind blows. And yeah, let's see. Well, here we are, more than a year later, and yeah, things certainly didn't go smoothly and they didn't go according to plan. But finally, after more than a year, I did manage to sell the van for, wait for it, 6,500 Aussie dollars. And because we had to hold on to the van for an extra year, that was like an extra approximately $1,000 in registration and insurance and all that stuff. So I think all up, and I could be off by a couple of $100 here, but I think all up, it's probably something in the range of maybe $7,000, $7,100 was total cost. Of course, that's excluding petrol. And then we sold it for $6,500. So it cost about $500, $600 approximately, something like that. But we got to enjoy the van for a while, for a couple of trips. And of course, we had a great time, great adventures. We didn't have to spend money on accommodation. We got to do this awesome road trip. So personally, I think things were worth it, even though it definitely wasn't my best result in buying and selling vans. I've done much better in the past. But yeah, it's kind of interesting that things worked out that way, because we finished the trip and then tried to sell the van and just we're not really getting any interest. And then I kind of gave up and I thought, oh, you know what, we'll just hold on to it because, you know, a year later we're going to need it again anyway. And I did use the van again, not for a big van trip, just like as a get around car, and then finally sold it. So it seems like the fair market price for used cars, this is what I'm hearing from other friends in Australia as well, is certainly a bit lower than it used to be a few years ago. And maybe that's the reason it took so long to sell. Maybe my expectations a year ago were too high. And then, you know, 6,500 was what someone was willing to pay for it. So with that in mind, I think this model of buying a van for some amount of money and then selling it, you know, once you've put a bed in it and it's now a certified camper, selling it in summer, buying it in winter, I think that can still work. You just have to be a bit more careful with how much you're going to pay to buy the van in the first place. But definitely, I think that model, buying a van in winter from a tradesperson, it's not a camper van, buy it in winter, deck it out, make it look nice, put a mattress in there. I think you can use it and then sell it in summer and make a profit. But yeah, so that's the way the story ended. And in case you're wondering where we slept on that last night, we slept somewhere around Foster. It's one of our favorite places to sleep when we do van life trips up the coast there. And look, overall, despite the twists and the turns and getting lost and having the battery problem and not being able to sell the van until a year later, it was a cool story and a cool adventure, and I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, that's it. But let me know your thoughts, and see you in the next video.